Now, are you going to be watching Twitch and stuff like that for comments, or?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, because I can't. All three of my monitors are being used by truck. Hopefully. Hopefully. Huh?
Oh, it's Ben.
Hello, buddy.
What's up, Ben?
Nothing much. How are you today, Ron?
Oh, gotta go to the phone store when I get done doing this. So when I get done, I gotta bail out, man.
How's your back?
There would be the easiest way to put it.
There we go. Pop out chat. And...
No, my phone, I've got a Note 5, and it's starting to get this almost like super bright colored line along the right-hand side of the screen, regardless of what I got pulled up. And it's uber annoying.
Is it like burn-in or dead pixels?
It's almost like super bright dead pixels. But for everybody that wants to get in that's watching me on Twitch, I don't know if I've got anybody yet or not, but I am in Elko. This is ATS multiplayer. So if you want to come along, you're more than welcome. And Manly, you're not going to believe it. If you're going to play, it's daylight.
No way.
That's kind of caught me by surprise as well.
Yep, I've got to go grab a different truck and all that stuff because I've been using mods lately.
Oops.
That is not the truck I am supposed to have.
Let's see.
The one time I want to be in Elko, I'm not. Or the one time I switched to a truck and I want it to put me in Elko like it always does, it doesn't.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Oh yeah, fast travel for the win.
Oh.
Where are you at?
I am at the KW dealer in Elko.
Oh, okay.
With about,
Oh, great. Got a twat in the car.
oh yeah, that's, MC something or other.
Yep.
Yeah, he's the one that, was moderately annoying, driving circles around my truck, and I'm not live yet. People are just looking at my logo, listening to some music. So, quit. I have done a couple runs earlier today, making sure that my wheel and everything was set up right and so forth, but I did LA to Elko. Oh. But as soon as everything goes live, I think we can talk about what Shock posted the other day about American Truck Sim.
Oh yeah. Hey, Toasty's in the chat.
What's up, Toasty? Mainly is my eyes. Speaking of eyes, I probably ought to put on my spectacles. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna. If anything, it makes me look more intelligent, even though you guys can't see me.
Confidence will radiate through.
Oh, yeah. Dirty.
Killing in GTA Online on the PS4. I am so sorry, Toasty.
Hey, I can see. 2-minute countdown. Did anybody see my tweet that I put out? The one snowman.
I haven't looked at Twitter today, so
Nor have I.
Really, I typed in Smokey and the Bandit for GIFs, and all I got was Friday. Like, nah, not the right Smokey. But
yeah, Toasty, I got permanently banned on the PC a few weeks ago, and just managed to catch GTA 5 on sale for $25. So I bought it again and made a new account.
oh, that's hilarious.
Where'd you get off to?
Who, me?
Yeah,
Unless I've been kicked. Hang on a second.
I think you've been kicked because I'm at the KW and don't see you.
Oh, well, darn it. Time to... Oh, hang on a second.
Oh man, got a
And I think there's going to be...
expletive with his reverse beeper on over here.
Oh, incoming loud noises in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, really.
That too. Holy cow.
No, Radical, I got banned on the PC. I was testing out something that a friend of mine had been using for a while and hadn't had any adverse actions taken against him. And then, you know, with my luck, the very second I use it, I'm gone.
Alrighty. Position in queue.
Hey, don't you judge me.
There we go. Alrighty, can everybody tell whether or not I'm streaming or not. I don't think anybody wants to look at my desktop. Well, I see somebody over there with a Stripe setup pretty much like yours.
Gee, I wonder who that is.
No. The black truck next to you.
Yeah.
But where are we going to go? Means it is that time. And I hate to say it, guys, I am on kind of a time crunch. Once we get underway, a couple things I want to talk about and such. But other than that, I'm pretty much down for anything within about an hour or so. So,
do you have any freight market jobs?
We can try.
Because I don't.
No.
Okay.
So, external contracts it is, like normal.
Yep.
Elko to Oxnard. Wow, that's a drive.
Yeah, it is.
Elko to Holbrook for 80 grand. Cars.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not? All right, sounds like a plan. That's the one I'm going to take. Holbrook. But no, earlier today I did a little bit of testing. I think I got the, I guess you could say, the misses out of my system as much as I could. Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, there it is. But no, I did that LA to Elko run. Oh my god, what a long one. But what's that?
Do multiplayer or single player?
It's multiplayer.
Oh, okay.
So it was external contract, 65 miles an hour, top end, flat out, whole 9 yards. But no, I'm actually looking forward to having another state. I haven't explored this one all the way yet. Well, this set of states. But actually looking forward to having somewhere else to go. In my Euro Truck Simulator, I'm not... I know geography to a point, but I don't know world flags worth crap. So I apologize if you're from the country that I butchered the flag on. I thought I was in France. Ended up I wasn't. I guess I was in somewhere other than where I thought I was at. I don't know where I was at.
You're in Germany.
Well, I was in Germany, I know that, but there for a minute, I swear to God, I saw a French flag. Like I dipped into France just for a second. But
Flags are fairly similar though. Like it isn't an awful mistake.
Oh
No! Found it.
But
yeah, guys, the view is a little messed up on the stream because Runt uses all three of his monitors when he's playing ATS, and he only shows one.
yeah,
So it's a little zoomed in. It looks a little weird.
yeah, it's I really, it's probably a video idea that I have is to not only do a setup video, but I'm actually waiting. I'm working with a guy to do, yeah, blow it out you, never mind. I'm looking forward to doing a setup video of my workspace and so forth. However, I am waiting on one little thing. I'm working with a guy to do a custom monitor stand to basically give me some more real estate, because I've got three 27-inch Samsung curved monitors, and when I'm playing something like ATS or even Train Simulator, or Euro Truck Simulator. All 3 of those monitors are in play for the game. So right now, Manly is kind of my eyes for, you know, if you're typing something in Twitch chat or Discord chat. So if you want to talk to me, I'm more than willing to talk to you. Hop in my Discord. I don't know, because Manly's driving, whether or not somebody could post a link to where we're at hanging out in Discord. Or we might be able to get that after we get our trailers. I'm not real sure. But
apparently all they can see is your left mirror at the moment. So maybe you've got the wrong monitor selected there.
Yeah, I do. Hang on a second. Yeah, I hit the wrong button. Hey. Now it should be better. It should be much better.
Wait for that time lag confirmation.
Yep. Have fun getting your trailer, Manly.
Oh, yeah, that's no problem.
Right monitor now.
Yeah, I hit the wrong button. I've got everything on hotkey for XSplit. I should probably... There we go. So you guys can see my mirrors. Yeah, I use one setup on XSplit, and my number 9 key is my hotkey for LSPDFR to go to that screen. That way I can control it with a keyboard without having to move out and pause the game and everything else. And I forgot that ATS was actually my number 5 key. So when everything didn't work before, like I got kicked offline, I forgot which button I needed to hit. But you're leading the way, Manly?
I suppose so.
Away we go. I've already done my tug test. Oh, I'm gonna hop the curb. Yep. Knew it. But no, I'm actually looking forward to New Mexico, which is reportedly from SCS going to be the next area that we're going to be driving in American Truck Sim.
Yep. That's what they apparently posted on their blog last week or earlier this week.
It was earlier this week. Yeah, I know. I don't pay attention to it much. I kind of rely on other people to pay attention to it for me, because the schedule I have for the series that I've got going. And speaking of, I apologize, Ben. I know you were looking forward to my second video on Warfare Wednesday, and that didn't quite happen. I'll go ahead and put out what game it is, and maybe you guys would understand why it takes so long to get a video done in this game. It's Silent Hunter 5, where I basically have taken command of a German Type 7 U-boat during the beginning of World War II, August 1939. But that game is really... It's very, very realistic, because I have a mod layered over the top. Obviously, for some reason, I can't play just a normal game without mods. Mainly because the communities just make it amazing. A lot of people in the communities for these different games need to be looked at as at least... item creators, or I guess object creators for these games, or some type of content creator. They ought to be recognized by the different studios that do these games, because it's just they add so much to the game. But this mod I got off of subsim.com. It's called the Wolves of Steel, and it literally, like, if you, there's no, hey, I want to go here, here, and here, and your navigator, puts the boat in motion and you get underway. No, it's straight up. You need to be plotting your course and taking measurements with a sextant, and it's pretty involved, and that's just the navigation portion. Now, when you get into, actual combat where you're having to figure a firing solution for a torpedo, boy, let me tell you, that's kind of interesting. Let's put it this way. I am probably, in just practice runs, I'm probably 1 for 10 on actually hitting and so forth. Now, I've hit more than that, but the game takes into account German technology in 1939, and their torpedoes were not known for going boom 100% of the time. So anyhow, that's what's going to be coming out on Warfare Wednesday. I'm probably, because of the length it takes to get an episode recorded, that may be a once every 2 weeks series at best. But
yeah, with the craziness that's been going on the past 2 weeks for me, I don't have anything for next week, so I'm trying to think of a way to make that up. But
I have an idea, and now it may not be really your cup of tea, but you hang out on my live streams, and I know you're going to have some time kind of do the impromptu live stream that you could put up, interact with some people, and just export it over to YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, I do have one video that's coming out on Monday that kind of explains the situation and stuff like that, and I mentioned that I might try to do 1 or 2 kind of impromptu live streams. But it's just a matter of scheduling it between everybody else. Because, a lot of my subscribers are subscribed to other people that also stream, and they're much better at streaming than I am.
You do fine. You can keep a conversation going. Even by yourself, if you can record a video, you can live stream, and that's. I used to be really nervous about doing live streams because I hate to say it like that, but I've never had a problem talking to groups of people. What my nervousness is this is the internet, and I know for games, the internet is full of people that, oh, you suck at this game or whatever else, and they're probably right. I am not a professional truck driver. I am not a professional bus driver or any of that. I
will be soon.
That's why these games are just what they are. It's a way to kind of get a feel. I mean, it's not. It's nowhere near realistic, but it's close enough for government work for me.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's one of the things I mentioned is, the new job I have at hand, studying for those tests and everything like that. And I'm actually doing my DOT physical Monday. So depending on how that goes, I'll be going to take the 4 tests that are required to actually get my CDL permit, and then we'll start training straight out from there. So, but there's a whole lot of stuff to cover on those tests.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm guessing you're pegging it out, aren't you?
Yep.
Yeah, so am I. Go ahead and lock my cruise in.
Yeah, the mod I've been using in single player, I showed it to you in Discord.
Oh yeah,
a few times. That flat nose Freightliner, the 720 horsepower beast.
Well, matter of fact, speaking of the big cab over sleeper you're talking about, I had somebody, and I'll go ahead and answer it because it popped in my head. Somebody asked me if Euro Truck, those trucks had sleepers, and they do. However, they're, as far as standards, I've noticed something about Americans as a generality over most other countries is if we can do it big, we're going to do it bigger. So that's why when you see an American truck, it's a monstrosity. You know, not only is the nose long, you've got the cab, and then you've got the sleeper that has, you know, a microwave and a 60-inch television and, you know, whatever else in it. Where Euro Truck, it's pretty much you've got 2 seats and a bed, from my understanding, in the truck. I mean, there's really no... so yeah, there is a sleeper, but by American standards, it's pretty sparse.
And I'm sure they're, you know, just like in the American markets, there are the ones that go above and beyond, or the people that customize their trucks exactly how they want it and stuff like that. And so, you know, I don't have any experience in Europe or anything like that, so I can't really speak firsthand on what their vehicles look like. But you know, like you said, it is kind of the American thing to go even bigger than we need to.
Oh yeah,
so.
just because, you know, it's all that circular reasoning. I just watched. I'm gonna bounce like you did, going over this. Oh yeah.
Oh, I think I know what wheel and pedals I'm gonna get.
Okay, Thrustmaster.
Yep. The P, or not the P, but like the 150 Pro or something like that. They're about $250 after you get the pedal, steering wheel, and the shifter. But from what I've read, you know, it's Thrustmaster, so the quality, even though it's cheaper than the Logitech variants, is still much better than the Logitech variant.
You know, Thrustmaster got their name in flight simulator markets. So they've been doing it for a long time, where Logitech is kind of the... are you turning?
Yeah.
Oh, so am I. Never mind. I see it on the map now. I saw your blinker. I was like, what in the hell? But, no, like I said, Thrustmaster, it's like, the reason why I have the Cytec stuff for my flight simulator, which I'm trying to figure out when I can do some flight sim videos, because I've got the computer to run flight simulator very well now, but I've got the Cytec stuff because Thrustmaster was just over the top in price. Now they've probably come down, but
no, not at all.
Oh well,
they have not. No, their prices have not reduced at all. But when you pay for the higher quality stuff, just the the difference in quality and the difference in the experience of their higher quality products is amazing.
Well, right, and my Cytec stuff, I hate to say it like this, but I'm on my second yoke because I did so much flight sim that I basically burnt it up. That, and I didn't realize that the damn it has a USB hub on it to connect in your other devices for Flight Simulator. But it is a powered USB hub, and I didn't take that into account, and that's how I ended up burning up the board in it, because I was cheap and didn't buy the the power pack for it the first time around. So
yeah, but the Thrustmaster wheel I'm looking at, it's roughly $200, $260. And it's got 1080 degrees of rotation in the wheel, and it's a kind of an amalgamation of different types of motor mechanisms. So it's not just one thing, and it's not relying on one specific thing. So it's a lot quieter, a lot smoother, and from the reviews I've read anyway, just overall better than the Logitech stuff.
And that's one thing about my Logitech. I've got the G27, which is the first generation of wheel from Logitech. That the reason I bought it because it came all as one package. But the reason I bought it was because of that. The downfall to it, and I think even the 29 and the 920 have similar issues, is the chatter. Like if I get on a gravel road or I'm going around a curve, the worm gears inside of it that are giving the force feedback, it's almost, like I said, it's a chatter more than anything. So
yeah, and like the G27 and stuff like that, amazing wheel. If I could consistently find a G27 for a decent price, I would probably get it over anything else. Just because it's kind of the quintessential device, the peripheral, in you know, in a lot of communities. But trying to find it is ridiculous, and the ones you do find are so overpriced.
yeah,
you're better off getting 4 new wheels than buying one used G27.
Believe it or not, I found my G27 on eBay, and it was a refurb. So I didn't have.
You got it for like what, 150-ish?
No, I got it for $250.
Oh.
But all said and done, I'm extremely happy with it.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's an amazing wheel.
Now, I think, and was it you that was telling me that Bay Area Bugs has the 920 with the, or no, has the 27 with the G29 shifter.
Other way around, he upgraded to the G29, but he uses the 27 shifter, so he's got like
the buttons on the shifter.
7 million buttons.
Right. Okay. That's so. As long as they work together, what I may look at doing is buying just the wheel portion of. Oh, I'm speeding like crazy. Oops.
Yeah, don't worry. It's 70 up here. Now, I keep hearing somebody's push to talk in Discord. Are we talking over you there?
Yeah, you are.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
Who might that be?
Detroit.
Okay. Good to have you in the stream, buddy. Hopefully you're enjoying the video.
I had to mute the stream because it's like so much delay between you and Discord.
Oh, I absolutely. I understand. Not going to fault you for that one bit. I'm trying to keep up with Manly.
What I was going to say is I was looking at on eBay last night because I've been trying to find a wheel for so long. There's one guy that's selling a G27 for $1,000, and I was why?
Yeah, that's been up there for a few months.
Yeah, and that's probably why it's still there.
Yeah.
You're not going to... No one's going to buy that.
No.
Unless they're a prince in some desert country.
Or they're millionaires.
If you're a millionaire, you're going to have a much better setup than a G27.
Absolutely.
I've been looking for a wheel so bad, but they're all way out of my price range.
Believe
They're
me.
expensive, but they are. I mean, they make the game so much better.
Daylight and dark difference between the game with a controller or keyboard. It's like the difference between going from a keyboard to a controller in American Truck Sim. You add the wheel in there, it's just over the top good.
Yeah, I mean, I have a old Xbox 360 controller that works, but I play Farm Sim more than anything, so.
You know, that's another game that I'm thinking about upgrading to 17. Just the only piece that I want, and again, it's from Cytec, and they're kind of known for having plastic feeling stuff, is the basically the dashboard controller, the side panel, exactly. But before that, because I do play a lot more ATS and ETS than Farm Sim, is probably going to be the SKRS. And
oh yeah,
there I'm.
I will say though, if you're looking for a good farming game, I would go 17 because I've been impressed for the 190 hours I have in it.
That's fantastic. The modding community for 15 was kind of cool. I've actually got a series idea using Farming Sim, but I don't know whether or not whether or not 17's modding community has caught up with it yet. I was wondering if you're going to make that right-hand turn.
If you look in the mod hub, it is just loaded.
And that's fantastic.
I will say though, the one thing I am missing is all the maps, but they're starting to come out with maps left and right.
But no, it's again, I'm kind of a simulator guy, and I noticed a huge difference going from a HOTAS setup with Flight Sim to having a yoke and rudders and the whole 9 yards. The difference in my pilotage was, so I knew a wheel controller for driving games was just going to be the same.
And you know, there are so many games I want to play, stuff like OMSI and Fernbus, but they don't work with a controller at all, because they want to recognize the controller as a 900-degree steering wheel, and it doesn't work like that. Well, you know, you move the joystick just half a centimeter and your wheel goes 10,000 degrees in one direction.
Well, I know Fernbus has had some major quality of life improvements. The map actually zooms out far enough to where you can see a curve ahead of you. That way, if you're doing 75 miles an hour, you're not across 3 lanes before you know it.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're done that in ATS.
ATS, you can actually zoom the map, and it's going to be a second on the video, but that's not the button.
You can zoom the map on your GPS in the truck too, which I think is
really that's cool. What I'm showing is right now. You can tell that we're headed south out of Pioche on 93. I've got my map zoomed all the way out, so.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's changed for me yet. I don't know.
You'll be able to tell the difference.
Oh, yep, there it is.
Yep. You can zoom the map, but it's not auto zooming, and I wish that Fernbus would give me the option to zoom my map to the scale that I want it, rather than deciding how far it needs to be zoomed out by vehicle speed.
Oh, like a real GPS.
Right.
I mean, I would love the truck with you guys. My internet's so bad.
Well, I can't say anything about. I'm very fortunate, and I will always say that I am, because where my wife and I lived prior to me doing YouTube, there would have been no possibility. Well, there wasn't a possibility to watch YouTube videos Hence the reason why when I went back to that area for my son, there was no getting on. I mean, I'm surprised they don't have an operator that you just pick up the receiver and say, hey, dial this number for me. Because those people are just so far behind in technology, it's not even funny.
I'm on satellite internet, and I can watch YouTube videos and streams, but just fine. And downloading games is iffy, but playing multiplayer or anything, that's where it's
well, yeah, because
bad.
the lag is horrible.
Oh, I get steady 350 ms on Farm Sim multiplayer, and that's bad.
Yeah, at 350 milliseconds, you're 35/100ths of a second behind everybody else. So you're half a second behind everybody else, literally. Where is like our ping right now? I actually pull it up real quick. My ping is 60 milliseconds as it stands right now. I'm surprised that my stream is nobody's complaining about my stream, because when I looked up the different servers for Twitch, it was ridiculous. I mean, the lag wasn't there, but there was so much what's called jitter up and down that I wasn't sure whether or not the stream was going to be successful or not. I was going to give it a try anyway, but
I had practically no internet until early last year. I was in a bit of a black spot where I'm living, but like at the top of my road, people, like my neighbors, had great internet, great speeds, whatever. But like where I was, just because it's down a little bit more valley, I practically nothing.
Well, let's put it this way. Where I was at, I went with a cellular internet because it was better than the satellite internet in the area. And
I would get a cellular internet, but...
Well, the problem there is nobody does an unlimited internet anymore, for the most part. Not like when the iPhone first came out. That was basically what I was using. Yeah. And
those
then
are the days of unlimited data.
Right. And if you take into account, I mean, you think of what Grand Theft Auto 5, just the base game is 60 gigabytes of information that you got to pull down. You try pulling that down on a satellite connection, they're going to be billing you out the nose. Either that or you wait until next week to play.
I did that, and my computer couldn't handle it, but it took a month to get it downloaded.
It wasn't your computer, it was your internet, because once you go over a certain data limit, they'll cap your speed at like 56.6. It's ridiculous. You might as well send smoke signals.
I would like to, but this is all they offer where I live, so I kind of gotta suck it up.
Well, actually, when I was... this is just wrong, but when I moved over to the cellular internet, I actually took the old dish off the side of the house where it was at, and I gave it to a buddy of mine as a pistol target.
That'll be good.
Well, my wife and I used to call it a moonraker because it was like the old 6 foot, 8 foot satellite dishes. You guys remember seeing those dotting the landscape?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it makes a Dish Network or DirecTV dish look tiny.
And theirs are big.
Yeah.
Well, scratch that. Their dishes didn't get big until about 3 years ago. Because I had an old DirecTV dish that's only like a foot wide and a foot tall, but then the one I have now is like 3 foot wide.
Yeah, it's because they're going to multi-cannon for HD.
Yeah.
But no, it's as far as if things get better for you, anytime you see me on, and if you're in Discord with me, so you can see what I'm playing. If I'm if my icon is showing do not disturb, that probably means I'm either live streaming or recording a video. So that's why I've got that set up, do not disturb. If you see me yellow or green, shoot me a message text-wise, and I'll eventually see it and respond. And I don't mind jumping in and playing a game with anybody here lately, other than my why are you slowing down?
I had a failure.
Oh, what'd you hit?
I haven't hit anything. It's doing that. Online hates me.
Because you're about to have a truck on your trailer.
I don't know. It died on me. I'm not sure what happened. It's only got 2% damage, so that doesn't make sense.
I've had that problem a lot.
It happens to me all the time in online. Single player, not so much, but...
Well...
I mean, I'll try getting on multiplayer, but I highly doubt it. It'll probably just kick me right away. I had so many problems getting on it in the first place.
Are you even going to try to slow down coming into Vegas?
Holding Jake brake. But, the Jake brake is almost useless in this game.
But anyways,
so
I've actually had real experience in like a semi.
Oh, that's fantastic. I've started one.
I'm gonna be driving a bus.
No, I've had real experience driving one. It's a lot harder than you think.
Oh,
yeah.
I've driven a bus in real life, and if you watch me play Fern Bus, you'd never know it. But what it is the wheel is like this game. On the G27, you can set it up for 900 degrees of rotation. The game is set up for 900 degrees of rotation. I don't know if it's a coding issue or what, but getting the wheels set up, even anything similar to real world, just not there. That in the bus, left, right. Like if you take a curve, the bus wants to lean so far that it makes you kind of skittish. But
well, another thing is you drove something that was similar to a school bus, right?
No, I drove something similar to a Greyhound.
Really?
Yeah. I was in the Army in Korea, and I was one of about 4 people in my unit that knew how to drive a Standard, and all the buses were Standard. So, yeah. So anytime
So you were in the Army and in the law enforcement.
Yes, sir.
I don't know how your wife survived with you.
My current wife didn't. We met well after my time in the Army. And hence why I have 3 ex-wives.
But yeah, Radical, no, I'm getting a Class B CDL, and I'll be driving a school bus in my local area. So no alley night for me.
Have fun driving those. The school bus driver by my place is hating it.
The kids around here aren't too bad. As long as you're pretty straightforward with them, they don't mind cooperating with you. But then again, I'm in a small area where almost everybody knows everybody, so if I were to move to the city, it'd be a different story.
Oh, Manly's... I can't tell if it's Manly that's jerking all over the place or me. My game seems to
doesn't
be
look like I am.
stuttering a little bit. Oh, you gotta tell me you're giggling. What's up?
Oh, Radical's message in the chat. He said, "Hail to the bus driver, bus driver, bus driver. Hail to the bus driver man. He drinks and he cusses. He wrecks all the buses. Hail to the bus driver man."
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh, that'll never get old.
Yeah, your ping is about 87 right now,
Yeah, it's
for me anyway. So it's getting kind of up there.
yeah, I don't know. I know last time I tried to do a stream, my router just decided to arbitrarily, oh, I'm going to restart.
Yeah, that's what mine's been doing lately. It's, oh, you're trying to watch a video? Nah.
Mine does that every single day. Maybe every single hour. That's how bad my router is.
Well, I have given up trying to purchase my own router because we only ever get the cheap ones and they die. So it's a lot better to just rent one from my ISP, so when it dies, it's not my responsibility to buy a new one.
Well,
only downside is you get pretty cheap ones with them as well.
my buddy that lives down the way that actually let me borrow a wheel. It's old school Microsoft Sidewinder 2, I think it was. But it had, I think, 270 degrees of rotation. But I was still able to drive and kind of tell whether or not the game was going to be better with a wheel. Anyway, he called me the other day with an internet problem. And he wanted internet in his garage, which his garage is kind of a shop. It's about 300, best case scenario, about 300 feet from his actual house. And he bought these range extenders that you just plug into the wall, and it uses the electrical cables to send signal. Well, he tried to put them in and couldn't get the computer to connect up. So he had me come down and we had some coffee, and I got to looking at it. I'm like, where's the instructions? Ended up he had the boxes backwards. So he had the radio and plugged into his router and couldn't figure out why he wasn't getting a signal in his garage. And I'm actually thinking about, now that I've seen his work, because my internet setup is on one of the exterior walls of my house. My neighbor in their bedroom, if I didn't have my SSID hidden and passworded, would have a better signal in his bedroom than I do in mine on the other end of the house. So I'm actually thinking about jumping that range extender over into our bedroom.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing about our setup right now. We have coax cables coming into the house in 3 locations. 2 are in the extreme corners of the house, and 1 is in the middle of the house on an exterior wall. So no matter where you put it, you don't really get that good of reception.
The central location.
Yeah, there really is no central location for it to be, but right now it's in my room. That way I can keep an eye on it and reset it if need be and all that stuff.
Whoa.
And it doesn't work out too bad.
That just reminded me of when I did tech support for a while, and this lady calls and she can't figure out why she's not able to stream. She says that generally about halfway through a video that she has to basically pause a movie or video or whatever, and generally, it's yeah, I got to bypass that one, by the way. So anyway, I got to talking to her. Ends up, her router was on top of her microwave, and the only time it ever buffered was when she went to make a cup of coffee or tea.
That's stupid. What the?
Well, she lived in an old condo that the kitchen was kind of where you hung your phone. I mean, that's just the way life worked.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I remember our first house was oh, am I going to catch the light? Am I going to catch the light? I'm not going to catch the light.
Okay.
So are you in Europe or the United States?
We're in the United States right now. We are in Arizona. In Kingman.
Yeah, I'm in Oxnard.
Oh yeah,
you got a while
I
coming up.
think I have to redo my complete email again. Hang on.
Oh, that was a song from The Simpsons.
What?
The bus driver thing that I quoted from Radical earlier.
Oh yeah. Okay. Otto. That's what I'm gonna start calling you. Oh. So far, I haven't hit anything, which is a miraculous feat in itself. And this guy stopped in the middle of the highway.
Yeah. It'd be weird if we didn't see a crash or something like that. Don't you do it, dumbass.
Oh. Oh, he says, sorry, man, didn't check my mirrors.
Yeah, I noticed. That's why I honked.
What? Boy, that reminds me. My mother, her cousin, and her were driving somewhere one time, and they were on this 2-lane road, and ended up just over the top of a hill was some famous person's residence. And my mother's cousin says, "Oh, that's so-and-so's house," and stopped her car. It's a 55-mile-an-hour speed limit. She stopped just over the crest of the hill.
Oh, no.
So she could get a picture. And my mother panicked, opened the door, and got out of the car. Says, "If you want to die here, go ahead, but at least get off the road."
That's how bad it was.
Oh yeah. Oh. Well, and
Picture's worth it.
this woman, I love her to death. She's family. She's nice as can be. Elementary school teacher, which is what really scares me.
Explains a few things as well.
Would get lost going to her own bathroom if she hadn't been there, 100 times. She cannot navigate for anything. Oh. Upcoming hill.
I see that.
Oh. Wow.
Oh, the Cove says hey, by the way.
Oh, right on. Let's put it this way. I'm in, 16th now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 16th gear? Yikes.
15th and coming up on you. Coming at you.
Yeah. Coming in hot.
Hey, man.
Question for Run. Why does this truck have 2 odometers?
One is actually the trip, and the other one is actually the odometer.
So which truck are you driving?
The Pete.
Oh, okay.
Now, the only thing I wish SCS would come out with is as a Caterpillar engine for that.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, they're developing sceneries, so it took them a little while to get the 389 out, and I can't imagine them other than licensing, where companies aren't wanting to let them model their trucks.
Yeah.
Now, I really like playing with mods in the game. I like having the real world scenery. That way, when I see a AutoZone sign, it says AutoZone instead of, by the way, copyright, hashtag, whatever, pay me, means I said AutoZone. But
Really.
anyhow, it says CarZone or something like that on it. I like those mods, but with the new sceneries and stuff coming out, and that's why I chose to not do mods on my YouTube series, just because it's hard to keep everything together, and when a mod changes or the game changes and the mod doesn't, that's the downfall to having a modded game, is when something gets updated, then everything needs to be updated for it. A guy coming up.
I only use 2 mods for my main one. I only use 2 mods for my main game, and they're always updated right away. It's the air brake mod and the air parking brake mod. Those are the only 2 I use because I like the realistic air. Easy to take out, so.
Oh, it's that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said, when I first got into American Truck Sim, I put the Coast to Coast mod on and stuff like that, and it was cool.
Listen, dude, we're not even gonna talk about it, right?
Oh yeah, Radical. I'd love
Yeah,
to see SCS introduce.
watch
like,
out
Max
up ahead.
or-
This is
Oh, boy.
ridiculous.
But yeah, I'd love to see
right
SCS come
now.
out with like internationals or Freightliners or something else like that. But like Brent was saying, and like you said in the chat, licensing. So
Hmm.
Oh my god, hold up.
I would like to see them come out with a Kenworth T800. That's what I've driven, and those things are freaking awesome.
Now,
The reason why I say that is because my cousin's got an '89 one of those. It's got 1.5 million miles on it.
Now, funny story, the closest I ever got to, and the reason why I was able to start a truck, girl I dated in high school, her dad was a truck driver. And funny story about me, her and I had our relations for the first time at her house, and ended up her dad called, said, "Hey, I'm coming through town. Would you mind sending Runt to come get me?" And this is before I was known as Runt, but anyway, to keep the story straight, she said, "Sure, no problem." So she hopped in the shower to clean herself up after what we had done, and I went and picked him up. Well, the next day was a Monday at school, and I'm a senior in high school, and come to find out, I'm sitting in my first hour class, and I get called to the office, and I started running through my checklist of, well, I didn't go to a party this weekend, so it can't be about that. I'm getting okay grades. So I run through this checklist of what did I do wrong to get sent to the office. So I get close to the office, and normal everyday stuff's going on in there, and I come around the corner, and I was wearing my Letterman jacket, and next thing you know, this big bear of a man grabs me by the front of my jacket and picks me up off the ground and pins me up against the wall and starts kind of shaking me and said, "You got my daughter pregnant." Oh my God, I came unhinged. I was like, man, that was the first time I ever did anything. No, and I spilled the beans right there, man. And he looked at me, he says, really? That's the first time you all done anything? I was like, yeah. He's like, no, man, I was just playing a joke on you. And I left my truck keys in your car. I need to get into your car. So,
That was
yeah.
a good prank.
Yep, the guy played a prank on me, and I fell for it big time, boy.
Something like that is kind of hard to not fall for.
Right. I mean, this guy was huge. He's probably 6'8", probably around 290. He's a huge guy. And, oh, yeah, me, 5'6", 120 pounds. He'd break me like a twig.
I have a my grandmother's brother's younger than him, or younger than her, and he's like 5'8" and like 500 pounds. So
Like I said, I'm a little bigger than I was then, but still, somebody that size would intimidate me a little bit.
yeah, well, I'm on multiplayer and it kicked me as soon as I got in.
Yeah. Man, sorry about that. Nothing I can do to control that one.
Oh, I wish I
Radical
had
said-
better internet.
Radical says, and that's when Runt decided to become cop.
Well, believe it or not, I was actually working with the police department at that point. I was an explorer. That's how I got into law enforcement. And I will never discredit that organization. Really, really good if it's ran correctly. And I was in a very good explorer post. The guy that ran the explorer post was top notch, man.
Unlike the scandal we had sometime last year, I think it was.
Oh yeah. Well, anytime you put adults and kids together, if
Oh, not that one.
oh no,
No, the sheriff that killed himself and made it look like it was a murder. It turns out he had been stealing money from the Explorer program and stuff like that.
oh no, I thought you were talking about something like what happened with one of the explorer posts that I was about to get into. I took riders anytime I could, but I was actually going to come in as an assistant advisor, and ended up the advisor for that post got caught with a couple girls that were underage, and I was like, oh wow, man, you want to talk about ended career.
Yeah.
Those are the things that really shine a negative light on explorer programs and police. Not like they need any more negative light. I've said it before. Anytime you get a group of people together, especially in like a larger department or something like that, you're gonna, just because you can't weed out all the people that have a little bit, something wrong with them. You can't weed them all out. But generally, it was a larger department. The first department I ever worked with was the place where I was an explorer at. And I mean, that place, it had literally less than 40 people on the road. A total of like 38 commissioned officers, and that was counting the chief. A chief, 3 captains, a lieutenant, and 6 sergeants.
Yeah, you don't want to know how many officers are in my department.
Probably 6.
Actually, yeah, 6. And 4 of them are part-time.
Yeah.
I'm less than that. I have 1 full-time in my area.
But like I said, when you get into a small department and everybody knows everybody fairly well, it's generally, those are the places where it's considered a destination department. Because as you get older, as you get ready to, this is what I do. This is, I'm not all about running and gunning. It kind of like LSPDFR. My approach to LSPDFR versus say, no offense to, not intended at all, but somebody like Polecat. Polecat is really, all about run and gun, shootout, shoot 'em up, bang bang kind of stuff. Where me, I'm much older than Polecat. I'm more into the stuff I'm working with Toast and you about.
So you're kind of like Jeff.
Yeah, I'm more laid back, more slow paced. I'll get through it. I'll get the job done, but I'm not going to break any land speed records doing it. Oops, wrong gear.
Yeah.
But what I'm getting at, in a roundabout way, is your destination departments. What I call a destination department.
Right back. I got one at my door.
A destination department is Mayberry. Where it's not so over the top. You actually get to get out and work with the community. And I mean, the first two departments I worked at, I lucked out and didn't realize what I had when I had it. They were destination departments. They were both small departments, and the pay for what we did was pretty significant. Now, I had aspirations of being super cop and whatever else, and that's why I left, not realizing
everybody does at some point
that all said and done, I probably should have stayed, because I mean, those are the places where, like, you see kids playing basketball in a park. You stop in, you play a round of horse with them. I mean, you're not going to get in and play 5-on-5 basketball with a gun belt and everything else on. So you got to think of something in between. So we'd pull off the side of the road and sit there and talk and let them look around in the car and whatever else. I mean, it was an awesome place to work. And then my last department that I was with was very much a oh boy, I think I got.
Yeah, we both did.
I got lucky.
No, I don't think I did.
Have fun, because my truck's going to be in the way for you, I bet. Scare the hell out of this guy standing there.
Yeah, these guys have nerves of steel.
Oh, yeah. I think I'm going to hit the marks on this one. And I did. So check this out. I'm going to go ahead and lower and drop my trailer. So if you give me a second, I'll get out of your way, because I know you're going to need it going around that corner. Nothing like making 80 grand and being level 137,006. Oh. Oh, you're in my way. I can't. Oh, okay. Let me get around you. Where are you parking around the corner?
Yeah.
Oh, this ought to be worth watching.
It always is.
Oh yeah, through my trailer, huh?
Nope.
I watched the video that it took someone 12 minutes to park a trailer in like the stupidest parking stall ever.
Yeah, your trailer is non-existent for me. So.
Oh, well, you just drove through it big time on my end. I'm trying to let everybody sit here and watch you.
I was gonna ask you, is there any way to make your brake bias and not a controller better, like a lot lower? Because every time I hit the brakes, it's like immediately stops.
Yeah, that's going to be on your brake sensitivity settings in the game. Oh man, we got it around the corner good.
Yeah, I've gotten better at that.
Practice makes
Mine says which one to have.
Oh, this is classic over here. I don't know who this guy is,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I see that.
he just hopped the concrete at the bottom of that light post. I think Manley got it.
Yep. Fastest I've ever done that.
So when you so on that I rate.
Oh, that's
okay.
well, anyway, I've got a thumbnail for this. I'm going to actually get out of here, guys. It's been fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and change over to my logo, and y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Remember, like, comment, subscribe when it's on YouTube. Tell me about your friends. Tell your friends about me, that kind of thing. And we'll see you next time. So, bye now.